Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Another cup of coffee. Oh, nothing like a good cup of coffee. Well, my pumps arrived yesterday. I've got one for reserve backup when we installed the other one. The way I've got mine set up, I got one pump pumping it out of the well. These are small pumps, by the way. I've only got a 30-foot well. And these pumps are green instead of the red ones. And they are Italy engineered. But anyway, the purpose of the second pump is to boost it up into the tank, storage tank. And the way I've got it set up now is not like before. Before I used to pump in from the bottom through the main line. But that way when the pump kicked on, water pressure would come up. And it worked quite well. Well, I decided to do something a little different. Now I'm going to fill the tank from the top. I've also set my float where the water level only drops about a foot. And my theory is, and I think it'll work, is that the water temperature will stay more stable. I won't be getting that cold surge from the well, especially when you're taking a shower, which in theory should save me some electricity because I shouldn't have to use my hot water. I've got instant hot water in my shower, and should be on a rare occasion, hopefully. Now I noticed that the other pump, the one I did not replace, it's quite old, but it's still quiet and it's pumping like it's supposed to. We've used it for the last 4 or 5 days on its own by connecting direct to our plumbing system and turning it on when we need water. And it's been doing a great job. It's not a high pressure pump. These pumps only build up maybe 5 pound of pressure or something like that. If that, it's not much. The main thing is I need that flow. Now I've got another issue that I'm going to solve, hopefully. If I'm lucky, my new foot valves will be here today. I ordered 2, so I have a backup. I ordered the brass ones. They're 1 inch. That's what's going down in the well, 1 inch. And I'm going to replace it. Now, that's going to be a job, even though the well's only 30 feet. Because now we got a roof built over top. We have to take a piece of the metal off in order to make room to pull that pipe up out. Because that pipe's not that flexible. It's regular PVC joints. And it's flexible to maybe 10 or 15 degrees, something like that. I can pull it up and bow it and get it up out of the well. I've done it in the past. The last time I replaced the foot valve, which was 2 years ago. Which is probably a long life for those foot valves, because my well, very abrasive the water is, because it's full of iron and sulfur and other heavy metals too. And I have to filter it through 5 filters in order to make it down to where it's pretty well clear. Still, if you got a dripping faucet, you'll get some staining. I suspect iron, because it turns red. Could be sulfur. But anyway, it doesn't have a smell to it, so I suspect more iron. but the water's only used for washing dishes and clothes, one thing or another. And I've got it filtered down to where it doesn't stain the clothes. Uh, and you know, water doesn't seem to be that hard because it lathers up good. But what do I know? I'm not a water expert. I just understand what makes it work. With a little luck, like I said, it come today. Turned the pump kicked on this morning. I let it run for about 30 minutes, then I turned it off and turned it on again for another 30 minutes. And it didn't fill the tank, so enough that it's lost its priming yet. They get daylight, I go down and prime it. Now, what makes me think it's a foot valve? Well, there's actually a check valve about 2 foot from the pump. And I've got a hand pump on the other side with the check valve. And it's self-priming. I have to stroke that thing quite a bit to get water when it does that. So it tells me that the foot valve is leaking back. So it's undoubtedly wore the flapper out in it. So forth. So I'll get that changed out hopefully today or tomorrow. But that should solve our water issues, and hopefully with my new way of putting water in the tank, no, it should make it easier on the pumps too, because you won't have no back pressure. But, it should help with the temperature of the water, which would be nice. But that's where I'm at right now. Wish me luck. And Virgil got enrolled in school yesterday. My information was given to me that he's going to be in the top tier of the class. They do put them in different groups depending on their average grades. So hopefully that's a good thing. And while we was out, I got lucky and met the delivery guy with our orders, picked those up. Grace ordered some extra silverware for the Fiesta. Things of that nature, things we can use coming up here at the end of the month. I think it's on the 24th. 2 days after D-Day. That's getting geared up for that. And I've started a container where I'm saving a few coins. It's not daily, but every few days I can add something to it. My goal is a container will be help purchase my solar, the components I need. And battery is going to be my first investment. Solar panels, I'm going to replace some and add some, as they say. I know I got one panel that was damaged, and I can tell by the performance on one of my solar chargers, it's not doing as well as I anticipate. And I'll clean the panels, one thing or the other, the ones that's still up there that I'll leave behind. I'll make sure they're nice and clean. They do need to be cleaned. It's been a while. Get that done. But that's my future project upcoming, as I can afford to do it. And trying to think. Oh yeah, there's something I wanted to mention. It's been over a year now. Clifford the kid that was in the hospital a year ago, the one that can't speak and because he can't hear. The kid is doing quite well, and I want to give a shout out to those that actually sent money to help pay for his medical, buy his meds, and so forth. It's just a wonderful thing. I seen the kid the other day. He was helped building a house not far from where we live. He was mixing cement. Yeah. He's a good kid, and I know how to express myself to give enough thanks for that generosity that some of you all have given. It really made a difference. And this is a new school year, and I know we're going to have to, not have to, but we're going to. I'm watching the kids around and see who's struggling for their uniforms and school supplies. And we'll assist what we can. But that's some of the things going on here. Chickens, I've got some new hatches. Not doing as well as I expected. I got one dead chick that died last night. New hatch. Then you get it out of the incubator and it passed. That makes two that's done that. And my hatch rate's still only about 50%. That's kind of disappointing. I should have some new layers this month. I noticed yesterday we went from a couple eggs the other day and up to 10 yesterday, so that's a good thing. We should be getting a lot more of that thing. I know I've talked about this a lot, and if it don't improve in the next 5 or 6 months, my way of thinking is that what I'll probably do is take my new hatch and I'll cull out every one of the old ones and start over and see if that'll make a difference. I'm debating on that. I haven't talked to Grace about that yet, so we'll see. I'm going to be thinning out a few roosters here at the end of the month for the fiesta. There's one or two I want to keep because they're just gorgeous. Good looking roosters. I got one that's kind of like a pet, so I'll probably keep him. He kind of follows me around. But anyway, folks, I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following me. Seeing my troubles and seeing my success and all that good stuff. So, thank you, thank you, thank you.